I'm honored to be hopping along with Kindred Stamps today as one of their December guest designers. I was sent this adorable mini set called Bless Your Heart. It has a familiar-looking doll stamp, a microphone because maybe she's a beloved singer, and several sweet and catchy phrases. I'm beyond thrilled to be one of the first to get to use this stamp set. It was a challenge and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you to Audra at Kindred Stamps for having me join y'all this month. I created several cards with this stamp set and have two to share with you today. The first is the 6-inch square card with our doll as on a stage. She has gold hearts and stars surrounding her and would be great to give a friend to tell them how awesome they are. Unfortunately, because of the holidays, I didn't have time to make a video of this card. But if I get enough comments of people wanting a video, I'll be sure to do one in the future. And that brings us to today's card. I really like the sentiments and decided to make a card using them. My supplies also include a gold mirror heart cut from Lawn Fawn's heart dies, the linked hearts die from Paper Smooches cut in black, Little Bits stamp set from W+9, Always Be Yourself from the Kindred Stamps Unicorn stamp set, Lobster and Pink Flamingo ink from Lawn Fawn, Nouveau gold embossing powder, and a selection of sequins in coordinating colors, including the Friendship mix from Pretty Pink Posh, which I just love. I stamped two of these cards. The first one is the sample you've been seeing, and the second is the one I'm making during this video. Using my MISTI, I lined up the stamp on the first card, protecting the card with an acetate sheet, and then stamped it on a new card panel. I did each color individually to streamline the process. As you can see here, I've already finished the red and I'm now working on the pink. To emboss the You're a Doll stamp, I put the stamp in the spaces left after stamping the lobster and pink flamingo and stamped with Versamark. I stamped and then heat embossed them all at the same time. With the stamps on a block, I freehand stamped the outer edge, repeating the process of one color, then another, and then the Versamark. Now that I have my sentiments completed, it's time to fill in some of the gaps around my card. To do this, I used the Little Bits stamp set from W+9. I took the 8 solid heart stamps and placed them on some small blocks, and then used the same inks and embossing powder to stamp a variety of hearts on my card. I started with the largest hearts, alternating colors and stamping randomly around the page, working my way to the smallest heart, which I stamped in Versamark ink and heat embossed with the same Nouveau gold embossing powder I used for the sentiments. Here's my finished panel. I really enjoy this process, and sometimes I think I should just spend all day stamping little hearts. It's very relaxing to me. My original card had a simple black border. I decided with this card I'd like to add some more interest, and did so using the Waffle Flowers pinking dies. The largest die in this set only cuts a frame of tiny dots into your paper. You can use these dots to sew in, or you can just leave them empty for this nice border detail. I centered the largest die on a piece of 4 1/8 inch by 5 3/8 inch black cardstock. This will allow for a very fine white line to be visible around the edge of my card. I cut the stamped panel down to 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches so it would fit within the border detail on my black cardstock. To create dimension, I decided to put a piece of fun foam under my stamped panel. I trimmed the fun foam down slightly smaller than the stamped panel and took my 2-inch wide score tape and covered both sides of the fun foam with it. I then removed the protective strip on one side of the foam and applied the stamp panel. After that, I removed the strip on the other side of the foam and centered the panel on the black border piece. Now I'm ready to decorate my card. I ran a small amount of glue along the back side of the linked hearts, attached them towards the bottom of the card, and trimmed off the edge. I then took my sentiment strip, which has foam tape on the back, and popped it up on top of the linked hearts. After placing the mirrored heart behind the sentiment, I finished the card by adding a generous amount of sequins to the front of the card. I had a little oops while I was filming, unfortunately, so you don't get to watch me do that. But here's the final card. What do you think? For more information, please visit my blog at www.perkypennypapers.com and follow my Instagram at perkypennypapers. If you enjoy this video, please like it and share it, and subscribe to my channel to see when new videos are uploaded. A list of supplies is available in the description of this video. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today.